Welcome back. So today we'll be doing the second electromagnet video, and the reason why I decided to revisit the old one is because the magnet or the power supply did not pull through as I had hoped, so I decided to rebuild both of them. And let me show you what I got here. So it starts off with this three-phase transformer I had built here, and it has several taps, including a 40, 80, and 110 volt tap with 35 and 30 volts in between them. And inside we have a microwave oven transformer which has a rewound secondary, and those secondaries feed into these taps here. I also have a 6-volt winding there for anything that requires a lower voltage. And from there, it feeds into this full bridge rectifier. And let me show you the plate on it here. You can see it is 1600 volts, ready for 100 amps, and that feeds into this capacitor bank here. And then from there, it feeds into the magnet. So now that I've showed you the power supply, let's get started on building the magnet. So the first thing you're going to want to do is obtain a microwave oven transformer. You can get these either free or cheap from any old microwave, and once you've gotten that, you're going to want to cut off this top plate, and it usually sits on here like that. And there's 2 welds on either side that hold it on, and you're just going to want to use a hacksaw or angle grinder to cut them off. And once you cut them off, it just comes off like that. Then you're going to take off the secondary and the primary coil out of the transformer. And once you've done that, you're going to want to put this coil back in, but put it all the way down to the bottom and attach some wires onto the prongs. And that's all you got to do pretty much to make your magnet. And let me go ahead and do that to save you some time, and I'll be back with the magnet. Alright, so here's the magnet. As you can see, for the handle I put a piece of rebar that I bent with the oxyacetylene torch and a hammer. So yeah, this is the magnet, and let's do some tests. So the first one we're going to try is 2.5 pounds, so let's go ahead and see if I can lift it. You can see it was no problem for the magnet there, so let's go ahead and move up and wait. Here's 5 pounds. Here's 10 pounds. Alright, so I built this rig to lift multiple weights, so let's see if we can lift the 3 previous weights we just did, which would equal about 17.5 pounds. Let's go ahead and see what it does. As you can see, that was also no problem for the magnet, so let's move up and maybe put a 45 on there. Alright, before I move on to the 45-pound weight, I wanted to show you this. This is the same weight in the previous video that the magnet failed to lift, and this is a 45-pound weight that we're going to attempt to lift this time. I'm going to be very surprised if the magnet can actually lift this much weight, but we'll see. Alright, so let's go ahead and try the 45-pound weight. I'll be very surprised if it's able to lift this much. Wow, it seemed like it lifted with no problem. I'm very surprised that it was able to lift quite a bit more than the other magnet I built. So let's go ahead and put another 45 and see what it can really do. Alright, so now we have 2 45 pounds on there, which equals 90 pounds. Let's see if we can lift it. So the magnet was able to lift 90 pounds. I'm going to add another 35 because that is all the 45s I have, and let's see if we can lift that. Alright, we now have 125 pounds on the rig, and let's see if we can lift it with the magnet. Again, this is just one small electromagnet versus 125 pounds. Let's see if we can do it. Wow, so I am again very surprised that I can lift this much weight. I have another 35 pounds, and let's see if we can lift that much too. Alright, so here we have 160 pounds, which is 10 pounds more than I weigh. And here's just a water bottle for size comparison. Let's see if we can lift it. Again, this is just a small electromagnet versus 160 pounds. Alright, as you can see, it lifted that with ease. I'll try and fit some smaller weights on it, but as you can see, there's not much more room for any bigger weights. So let's see what we can do. Alright, so here we have 207 pounds on this rig. That is about as much weight as I could stack on there without even falling off. Remember, in the previous video, the magnet could barely lift 50 pounds, and it was really struggling, and so was the power supply. And here we are at 207 pounds. Let's see if it can lift it. Alright, well that seemed like it was no problem for the magnet. I would not be surprised if this magnet can lift 2 or 3 times as much as it did here, but unfortunately that is all I can fit on the rig. So yeah, that is how you build a super powerful electromagnet. Alright, so before I end this video, I wanted to say one thing, and that is if you are trying to build one of these magnets or attempting to build one of these magnets, make sure that you be very careful, as these things are extremely powerful and will easily smash your finger if you get it caught between the magnet and this much weight. So just be very careful. And with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. Also turn on that notification so you can be here when I upload a new video. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.